materials for this placemat include a 5mm crochet hook, some scissors, a darning needle for weaving in your ends, some worsted weight yarn in 3 colors. My color A is Warm Blush, color B is Serene Spa, and color C is Rosy. I'm using Hobby Lobby's I Love This Cotton yarn. You will also need some blocking supplies if you choose to block your placemat. When you're ready, go ahead and grab your color A, and we're going to chain 52. Now this placemat we're working horizontally, not vertically, so that means we're working side to side. Now this stitch, we're using the alternate double crochet made in the front loop only, and that's what gives this placemat its nice texture. Now for your chains, you want them to be snug and not loose, because we're going to be working into the 3rd loop, or the bump on the back of the chain, not the top of the V. Now you can work in the top of the V. I prefer to work in the 3rd loop or bump because it gives your starting edge a nice finished look that working in the top of the V does not. And since there is no border, that's why I chose to do it that way. So go ahead and chain 52, and I'll meet you back here when you're done. When you have your 52 chains, go ahead and turn them so that 3rd bump is exposed. We're going to skip the first 2 chains, so this one, and this does not count as a stitch. So we're going to start with this 3rd bump, or if you're working into the V's, that 3rd V. So for the alternate double crochet, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the chain, yarn over, and pull through the chain. There's 3 loops on your hook. Now here's where it's alternate. So you're going to yarn over and pull through 1 loop. There's 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And there's your first stitch. So for the alternate double crochet, you'll yarn over, insert your hook into the chain, yarn over and pull through the chain. There's 3 loops on your hook. You'll yarn over, pull through just 1, and there's still 3 loops. You'll yarn over and pull through all 3. Okay, I'll show you a few more times really slowly, then I'll explain further. So yarn over, insert your hook, you'll yarn over and pull through. You'll have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 1 loop, then you'll yarn over and pull through the rest of the 3. Okay, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 1 loop, and yarn over and pull through 3 loops. Okay, so this is row 1. You will do this all the way across, and then you'll chain 2 and turn. Your chain 2 does not count as a stitch anywhere. Okay, go ahead and make an alternate double crochet in every chain across for row 1, and I'll meet you back for row 2. I'm working on my last stitch of the row. And then we will chain 2 and turn. Now your chain 2 does not count as a stitch here or ever. Okay, so one thing about working in the front loop after pulling through 3 loops before, like if you've ever worked with a half double crochet, you'll notice that there's now 3 possible loops to work into. We're going to be working into the front loop, or this loop right here. It's this one, not this one. That's the 3rd loop of the stitch, and this would be the back loop. We're going to be working into this front loop, that first one right here. And it's just an alternate double crochet all the way down. So you'll yarn over, insert your hook through the front loop, pull through 1, and pull through 3. Wow. There we go. So yarn over, insert your hook into the front loop, and pull through 1 loop and pull through 3 loops. And it's nice because if you're looking at it, the front loop kind of identifies itself on the top. It's kind of hard to see, but you'll notice as when you look, there we go, that's a good angle. So that front loop's on the top. That's the loop that we're working into. Okay, so rows 2 through 12 are in color A, or rows 1 through 12 technically. We've already done that. So once you get to the end of row 12, I'll show you how I change colors and we'll go to color B. But this placemat is the same for every row. You repeat row 2. One thing I would like to point out is in the last stitch of your rows, you're still working in the front loop. So this was our chain 2, the turning chain. We're not working into that. This is the last stitch. So you'll just work into that front loop of the last stitch. Chain 2 and turn. Let me show you another example of the end of the row. So this right here, that was your 2 chains. That was your first one, the second one, and this is the top of your stitch. So first chain, second chain, top of your stitch. So we're working into that front loop at the end. You'll work your alternate double crochet like normal, then chain 2 and turn. And so rows 1 through 12 are color A, rows 13 through 24 are in color B, and rows 25 through 36 are in color C. Okay, now I'll go to row 12 and I'll show you how I change colors to color B. Okay, so now that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, we're on finishing up row 12. So we're going to change colors to color B here. So you'll start your stitch like normal and pull through 1 loop, but you're going to stop there. Because remember, we changed color on the last pull through of the stitch, and since there's 3 loops on the hook and we pull through the 3, this is the last pull through. So this is just how I change colors. You change colors however you feel comfortable, but I go ahead and cut my color A. I find color B, and I match up my ends, pull it down, and then I get ready to pull through with both colors through all 3 loops. Okay. Then I'll drop my ends, find the loop for color A, pull that all the way through, and then I'll chain 1, and since our turning chain is 2 chains, after the chain 1, I'll find the end, the loop that matches the end, and pull that one all the way through, but you still need to do another chain. So chain 2, and then you'll turn your work. And for row 13, just continue as normal in the front loop only, and I work under my ends just to secure them just a little bit more, and then I weave them in later. So pull through 1 and pull through all 3, and still going in under the ends and into the front loop only. Just secure them just a little bit more. Okay, and I just drop my ends, pull them out a little bit, and I just drop them and continue on with my row. So this is row 13. So again, I mentioned this before, but rows 13 through 24 are in color B, and then rows 25 through 36 are in color C. Okay, I'll show you one more time how I change color, and so I'll meet you back at the end of row 24. Okay, we're getting ready to move on to row 25 with color C. So we're at the end of row 24 right now, and we're changing colors. So go ahead and start your last stitch, pull through 1, and cut color B, find your color C, match up your ends, and get ready to pull through with both strands through the last pull through of your stitch. Okay, drop your ends and find color B, pull that through. We still have to chain 2 for turning, so you're going to chain 1 with both strands, and then pull the end, pull that loop through. I don't like to leave it like that. I like to pull it out. Then we're going to chain 1 more and then turn. Okay, just secure your ends a few times under that first loop with your stitches. Then you're going to work rows 25, this is the one we're doing right now, 25 through 36 is in color C, and after you've completed row 36, you can fasten off and weave in all your ends.